I'd like to explain to you what financial planning is using a financial bucket, which always sounds a little bit strange to start with, so bear with me here. Imagine that your situation is a financial bucket. So inside this bucket, you have money that you can easily spend. Cash, ISAs, direct equities, the important part being here that it's easy for you to take this money out and spend. You also have other assets that sit outside of this bucket, illiquid assets, so things that are harder to get your hands on. So you have a house maybe, which I'm sure looks very, very similar to this one. Difference being with your house, money inside the bucket is it's very difficult to get money out of here, or at least quickly. You might be able to put a house on the market. It could take several weeks, some cases several years to sell a property. You could maybe borrow against it to release some money, but all of these things take a bit of time. Also, it might be a point in the future you decide to downsize or resize this property, and that could release money into your bucket. So you might purchase a slightly smaller or different shaped house, or a house in a different location, but if there's money to be released, that then comes down into your bucket and becomes realisable. You can spend this money. You may also have pension funds outside of here. Can't touch your pension funds until you're at least age 55. That's going to revert to being 10 years behind state retirement age from 2028 onwards, so it might in fact be later than 55 before you can access this money in your pension pot. You may also have a business that you could sell in the future. So I'll draw your business here. Doesn't need to be a factory, same concept. Have money in a business that has a value, currently might provide an income to you and your family, so it might be the combination of dividends and salary and capital that you could realise in a lump sum when you come to selling business in the future. That may come down into the bucket. Now with your pension pots, come to state 10 years before state retirement age or currently age 55, you can realise 25% of this as a tax-free lump sum, which can drop straight down here into your bucket. And indeed, you can take an income from this pot as well, of which you might be able to take 25% from each income payment rather than as a one-off lump sum. So this is going to be replenishing your bucket. And while you're working, whether that's in your own business or in an employed capacity, you may have salaries coming into here. You may benefit from state benefits, child benefit, etc. Money coming into the bucket. But the reason financial planning is important is because at some point, most people intend to stop working one day. So this income stream is going to stop and be replaced by a future income stream over here, which might be a combination of state pensions. You might have defined benefits arrangements as well. Going to be topping up your bucket. But with any good bucket, there's a hole in this bucket. So while you're currently working, we have a current level of expenditure, money coming out here. Now, when you decide to stop work, we find that with most of our clients, this level of income and expenditure changes. So you've stopped working, you've now got a lot more time on your hands, availability to spend this money. So most of our clients, we find that you actually spend more, particularly during the first years of retirement. So you've now got a bigger hole in your bucket, money coming out. And this is the really important part of where a financial planner adds value, is working out, well, how much can I afford to spend here to make sure that my bucket doesn't run out during this phase of my life, or indeed before I die. This income stream or this expenditure stream is going to change or stop at some point in the future. And that's going to be replaced by this final level of expenditure, which we call too old to enjoy yourself anymore. So you're now either too old to do what you want to do, or frankly, you've just no longer got the inclination to go and climb up mountains or jump out of airplanes anymore. It just costs you less at some point to provide for your lifestyle. And ultimately, this is going to stop as well. It's going to happen to all of us one day. We're going to end up here, hole in the ground, no longer to be able to spend this money. There's a couple of things that could happen with your bucket at this point. Either it's run out before you get here, or worse, it's overflowed. So you've got here, you've died, and actually you've wasted the opportunity of spending this money, either in your lifetime here, when you had the health and the time to spend the money, or indeed by making one-off levels of expenditure, giving the money away to children, grandchildren, charity, just doing something with that money that actually you saw the benefit of, rather than waiting for you to die to benefit others. So our job as financial planners is to provide this in a mathematical model showing you exactly what's likely to happen in the future. Have you got enough money? Have you got too much money? How do we help manage this situation to ensure you make best use of the assets that you currently have. So our job as financial planners is to help you understand what's going on with your buckets so you can maximise using your assets to enjoy your lifestyle now and in the future.